This is the Laurels of Athens. The Laurels of Athens is where I've interned for the past spring semester. They live by this statement that creating a legacy by exceeding the needs and expectations of those we serve with the Laurel Way. This is the regular room that one of the guests would have. They can decorate it any way they want to with all their belongings. They also get their own bathrooms, which they can also decorate to their pleasure. They're pretty nice, actually. Laurels is pretty self-sustaining, so they have their own kitchen, and they bring food to the guests in the dining rooms by these big carts. The guests get to go to these dining rooms. There's 2 in each wing, so there's 4 total. This is the other side of one. And if the guest's family wants to visit and have a private dinner with them, they can go into these rooms, the family dining rooms. The guests also have the activity room where they go and have their activities. They have different activities every day, which are announced on these dry erase boards at the very bottom. They also tell them the day, the weather, and what spring season it is. This is their bus, which they can go to Athens all the time. They also have their own recreational room or rehab gym. They went through a humongous remodel and made this about 5 times bigger by knocking out one of their rooms. This is the previous picture, and this is the after picture. They have lots of new stuff in there and helps the residents. This is their laundry room where they do the residents' laundry. They have humongous washing machines. This is the shower room where the STNAs help residents shower. They can't do it on their own. This is the tub if the residents can't use the shower. Opens like a car door and has sprayed jets. They also have their own beauty salon and barbershop, which is pretty cool. They have somebody from Saturdays come in and do it. This is the Maplewood of Athens, which is a different part. They have apartment-like rooms, which are bigger than the regular rooms that the other guests have. They're more expensive, but they get assisted living here. Every day I would go into this room, which is Candace's office. I would go stand in here and do my overflow and anything else that she asked me. This is her desk, and this is where she would do her paperwork and work on the computer and answer phones. This is my overflow cabinet where I would store all the overflow. It's 3 drawers full of them. She will now explain how to do overflow.
I'm responsible for all of the records for everybody in the facility. We have to keep the records for 7 years before we can destroy them. As long as they're here. Everything is pretty much HIPAA protected. It's very paperwork intensive. This is all overflow for active charts. All these things have to be filed and maintained. And we have all of these are discharge charts, and these we have to keep, like I said, for 7 years before we can destroy them. Hopefully we'll go electronic this year, and that's pretty much it. We maintain all the orders.
This is Candace Toriano, my community sponsor.
All the labs, everything that pertains to the patient that is paperwork, we have to keep in here and maintain.
This is the chart room where they keep all their charts of the residents.
Okay, so this is a blank chart, and
we couldn't use an actual chart because using a real chart wasn't allowed in the facility.
For maintaining all the charts. We have to keep current everything that goes in the chart, and we have to make sure that they're thinned every 3 months. So you can't keep things that are not pertinent on the charts. Pretty much I'm responsible for every single chart in this building. and most of all the papers that go along with it. All of these have to be filled and maintained.
This drawer is full of things that the nurses use for the patient's charts, and the beeping you hear in the background is the call lights that the residents use to help call the STNAs for help.
And I'm responsible for making sure that we have all the forms that we have.
Lots of forms. This is a paper that is an example of what would be in one of the charts. I had to fill out the bottom of these charts when the nurses would forget to fill in certain parts.
Can't really think about anything else. That's pretty much what I'm responsible.
This is one of the med carts that the nurses use to hand out medication to all the patients in the building. They go from hall to hall, including this part of the hall, the Maplewood of Athens, and also the main part of Laurels of Athens. The Laurels of Athens was a great place to intern, and I would very gladly do it again. They taught me a lot about the nursing field, and they taught me how, most importantly, how to do paperwork that the nurses have to do from day to day. And I would gladly recommend this place for anybody who needs to intern and wants to be in the medical field.